Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't even know where to start. So first off, I want to send my condolences to the family and friends of George Floyd, the black man who was killed by a police officer a couple days ago, who is now being protected by more than 50 to 100 police officers, which again leaves me speechless. I don't understand how we are protecting a murderer. However, before I get into my commentary and what I feel about this issue, let's just go ahead and get into what you clicked on this video for, which is Jeffree Star's point of view of the George Floyd situation, along with how he is seeing and interpreting other influencers who are not talking about this issue. Which for me, first of all, I get it. Everybody has their own thoughts of Jeffree Star. I know that there are people out there that still say that he is a racist, that, he could be doing it for clout, anything like that. But there were a lot of things that I want to just highlight and just show you guys that I feel like was needed to be said. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Hey everyone, this isn't a happy good morning or a hi, how are ya? Today is really fucking sad. America woke up and the police officers who murdered George Floyd are not arrested still. They're not behind bars. And I know a lot of you are not used to me speaking up my mind or being political a lot of the times, but we all have a fucking voice. And this is way too serious for a lot of brand owners to just sit here and be silent. And while you're promoting your fucking products and there's innocent people being murdered in the fucking streets. So I'm sorry, but enough is enough. Waking up and seeing the police officers who murdered this man not prosecuted yet and not behind bars is pathetic. It's truly fucking pathetic. Like, oh, we fired them from their jobs. Oh, so they can go work somewhere else in another. So they can go get hired at another police station somewhere else and do the same shit to someone else's family? Absolutely not. So I know that all the rioting in Minneapolis, the rioting right now in LA, an hour from my house, a lot of people are against it. A lot of people are for it. I'm not going to dive into what is right or wrong. What's right is getting justice for an innocent person that was killed and did nothing wrong but ask for help. And if you can go about your day and not care about this, there's something wrong with you. If you can stay silent throughout all of the chaos that's going on in our world, there's something wrong with you. After seeing that video, I was so sad. I just don't understand how human beings can do that to another person. And the officer that was just standing next to the guy who was killing that man slowly is so fucked. And I just went on Twitter and it's like there's literally 50 police officers barricading this one man and his little family. And I'm like, you're protecting a murderer. It's just all a lot. It's a lot. More people need to use their voice, and that's the only reason why I'm coming on here today is because I'm truly disgusted with how everything is, and I'm just shocked. I truly don't understand why things work how they work. I don't give a fuck that these police officers were fired. They need to be in prison. So, we're waiting.
Yes, we are waiting. So as you can see here, Mohammed Noor fired one shot and accidentally killed a white woman, and he was sentenced to 12.5 years. Now, this is the same city, same police force. Do you think that's going to happen? It's not going to happen, Derek. I hope and pray that justice is served, but I don't think it's going to go to the extent that we all want it to be. Let's be honest. If you kill somebody, you should die too. I live in Texas, so that's how it is here. Obviously, that's not how it is in other states, but just the fact that this man hasn't even been prosecuted whatsoever, let alone arrested, is enough for anyone to be outraged. I don't really care about your skin color. I don't really care about your past. I don't really care about racist tendencies that you may have had. Anyone that's a human with a heart should really understand the depth of this outrage and the depth of why so many people are hurt by this, because this doesn't make any sense. And for it to continuously be happening like this over and over, especially during 2020, we already have enough going on in the world. We already have enough going on in the world. Now, am I saying that I am for this looting and this violence and this destruction? I'm not. I'm definitely not for it. But I do think it's extremely important to be visual of the people who are silent right now. Because the people who are silent right now, I don't understand it. It scares me. It makes me look at them in a different light. Again, regardless of what they've done in their past. So let's go back to what Jeffree Star said, saying if you're not saying anything right now, but you're posting your products and your brands and everything like that, for me, I instantly thought he was talking about Richlux. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know if you guys have been following, but I follow Richlux. And he didn't post anything all day long for like 2 days. And I just thought, that's interesting. I've made videos of Richlux in the past. You can definitely go and check those out on my channel if you want to see what I'm talking about in the aspect of different racist tendencies that I've seen by him that haven't been changed. And that is really what I'm shedding a light on here. We can say Jeffree Star is this and that, but at least he spoke up and said something, especially to influence his audience, who we all know is not necessarily the blackest and not necessarily the minorities, okay? So that alone for me was something
at
I
the
needed to see
pool.
and I was
All these
proud to
NFL
see. So
players
that's why I'm
and
highlighting that
entrepreneurs just
today,
hanging out.
regardless of his
Oh
past.
yeah.
Now, what do I think needs to happen? Obviously, this needs to be fixed. This has to be fixed. And I don't think that people are going to stop until it is. I don't know what exactly is going to be justice to everyone, what we're all going to think is fair. But for me personally, no, that man definitely needs to be in prison for a number of years, if not life. And I am so serious about that because that is not, first of all, you had the opportunity to stop what you were doing and you continue to do it. You continue to do it. And when you watch that video and you look deep into this man's eyes, you can see that he is enjoying the fact that he is on top of a black man, killing a black man, hurting a black man, making the black man feel vulnerable in that state. However you want to see it, you can see the enjoyment regardless of his skin color. You can see it, you can feel it. And that right there is where I got chills, just along with everybody else that watched that video. And if you didn't, I don't need to even be, I'm not talking to you. Let's say that I'm not talking to you. This video isn't for you. Okay. Now, do I feel that this is the right response? I don't. Do I think that doing the riots in LA and everything else is positive, effective? I don't. I really, really don't. But at the same side of that token, it's very easy for me to see why that's happening. And it's very easy for me to understand why it's probably going to continue until something is done. Until something is done.
I don't know about anyone else, but I had a really hard time sleeping last night. And I know that I don't normally talk about these things, but that's fucking wrong of me. I should always feel comfortable to come on here and speak my mind. And we all should. The injustice that is going on right now for people of color is so horrifying. How many more black men are gonna die on TV from the police for people to really make a fucking change? So, Minnesota, we're waiting for real justice. And I don't know. I just really couldn't sleep last night. And the world is really fucking ugly out there. And with coronavirus and everything going on, I just pray. I pray for George's family and I pray for anyone that is suffering out there. There's a lot on my mind. Thank you guys for watching this. I'm gonna go to the office. We have 1,000,000 orders to ship, but I can't take my eyes off of the news, and I'm just in a state of, I don't know, shock is not the right word. I'm just in a state of just sorrow seeing everything that's happening. So if you're feeling like that, you're not.
Now, the reason I'm talking about this on this platform, which I normally don't, to be honest with you, I talk about stuff like this normally on my Instagram. However, I was actually censored and banned from my Instagram, which will be going all the way until June 4th. Now, for the past 2 days, I have been speaking a lot about Black issues, racism, white privilege, things that are going on in the world that we really need to be talking about on a daily basis because people are just not getting it clearly. However, due to that, I have been censored and I have been silenced. So I felt the need to make this video. So what I'm going to do here is show you a couple of the things that I have written or I have wrote in the past couple of days, meaning I now cannot do anything on Instagram. I can't post, I can't follow back, I can't like, I can't comment, I can't do anything on Instagram now just because I was speaking my mind and I was expressing how I felt. Let me just go ahead and show you guys an example of these posts that were so offensive. So offensive. So I posted this video on my story and then I wrote, "This is sad but real. As a Black person in this world, I don't even feel safe without having identification of who I am when I leave. And this isn't to just show officers, but anyone who asks, because I refuse to go to jail just because of my skin. The skin that I cannot change, the skin that makes you all so uncomfortable, the skin that is absolutely beautiful, the skin that is compared to white tan skin for measure. Yeah, that skin." And I guess that was offensive. And I don't necessarily think it's offensive. I think that was just me expressing that every single day that I live, I have this cloud over me of being a Black woman. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. We just don't talk about it every single day. It just always feels as if somebody is coming for us no matter what. And you have to be prepared to live that kind of life. It is a life and a path that so many people do not understand unless they've experienced it. So you can hear it all the time, but that doesn't mean that you understand it if you haven't yourself experienced it. So that was the first post. So with this post, I actually screenshotted a comment that was left and I put it on my story as a poll to either agree or disagree. And basically one of my friends responded back and said, "To be honest, I'm sick of debating white people who don't get it. They never will. A Holocaust could come back and wipe out half of the Black people in the United States, and there's still going to be white people to defend the actions." So I posted this just thinking, let's just get a quick poll, see what my viewers are thinking, where their minds are. And that's just something I like to do so that I know what kind of audience that I'm talking to and speaking with on a regular basis, regardless of the fact that, majority of them could be my friends, some of them can be business, some of them can be people I've worked with in the past. Regardless, it is an audience, and that is traffic that I want to see where their minds lie, obviously for creating content and things of that nature. So this was not something that I thought was going to be in any way, shape, form, censored, offensive, anything like that. I just didn't think so. And so to even see that I got banned is just so bizarre to me. I've never been banned or removed off of anything before, so I just don't understand Instagram right now, but I don't think it's necessarily fair. I see other people that are speaking their minds and they probably aren't banned. I have no idea. Besides the point, I just wanted to shed a light on this conversation. I really want to know what you guys think as well. So let me know down in the comment section below. Do you think that, white people are speaking up because they're really concerned about this issue? Or do you think a lot of them are just doing it because they feel they have to, or they need to, or they're doing it for clout? Where is your mind? I personally feel that this is a time that they need to be speaking up, especially because this just keeps happening. And the more that we ignore it, especially those that are not Black, the worse it's just going to continue on getting. So that's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.